Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. We're here today to talk about video game burnout. There are certain games and genres that we don't think we'll ever play again for the rest of our lives. What are we drinking
today? We're drinking Darkness by Surly Brewing Company. It's a Russian imperial stout.
Sounds delicious. You know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's talk about video game burnout.
Want to know about beer, wrestling games, or gaming? You've got to check out Gaming Off the Grid.
All right, here we go. Today we want to talk about video game burnout. Getting burnout on certain styles of games or games in general that you just don't ever see yourself playing again. This all started when we were talking kind of behind the scenes, and I mentioned I think everybody only has one good Grand Theft Auto game in them.
As much as I don't want to agree, because I love Grand Theft Auto, I thought about it and I was like, yeah, for me that was Grand Theft Auto 5. I spent so much time playing GTA 5 and I love that game, and then I beat it, and it's like the thought of going into another GTA game and starting over and doing all that stuff again makes me not want to play it, even though they are awesome games.
Yeah, I think it's a real thing, and that's why we wanted to talk with you guys about this and talk through our process when we go to play a new game. A lot of, I don't know, more modern games, I would say, are super long. So
which
the investment
isn't bad, but yeah, the investment, the time. For us, we don't have time, first off, to invest that much into a game, so that scares us off initially.
I felt this happen a lot more over the last couple years. So a game that jumps out to me right away is the new Spider-Man game.
Yes.
I feel like that happened to both of us because we had both played the Arkham series. I think Arkham City.
I've played them all, but Spider-Man plays a lot like the Batman games, and so we were like, yeah, this is sweet. We played it like the first night it came out. We played it like a lot, and then we haven't touched it since because it kind of felt like the Batman games, and it's like, dude, we've already done this.
Yeah.
We've already, and honestly, going back to the Batman games, I felt the same way going into like the last one, where I played all the rest of them in the series and I beat them, and it's just like, this is badass. There's new mechanics, there's new abilities, but it's the same game. I don't want to say I got bored with it, but it felt monotonous.
Yeah, you're burnt out.
Yeah, it was like a burnout because it was like, I've done all this before, which sucks because I love those games and I love Batman. So it's so weird and it's so hard to say because I don't want to say the games are bad, but yeah, I'm just burnt out on them.
Well, yeah, and I think it's kind of a style type of thing too. So like the Fallout series, I remember buying Fallout 4 when it came out, and I was excited, but I still have yet to dive deep into that game because I played so much Fallout New Vegas. I just can't find it in me to do it again. You know, the 100+ hours, all that stuff that goes into playing, you know, a Fallout game. And another game I feel that way about is the new Red Dead game.
Yes.
I've heard it's great.
I haven't played Red Dead 2.
I put tons of time into Red Dead Redemption, so it's like, I've already been a cowboy.
Yeah, I don't want to be a cowboy anymore.
It's kind of happened also with JRPGs and RPGs for me. I've said here recently, I don't think I'll probably ever play an RPG again, and that's kind of sad because I used to love that genre so much, but it's almost like been there, done that. And those games are more of a grind and a toil, I've always felt like, than a sharpening of your skills. Yeah. Does that make any sense?
It does.
It's like, I feel like anybody with the time can beat those games, and I've kind of migrated into now just wanting to get skilled at different games.
Yeah. And I kind of feel the same way about Kingdom Hearts. I used to love 1 and 2 when I was growing up, and I was super excited for the third one to come out. The third one is amazing. Mm-hmm. But ever since we got it, we played it, we did a video on it, I haven't touched it, to be honest. Because I put so much time into 1 and 2, it's just like, dude, I've already been down this road. It's a sweet game, I love it. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I don't have the time to put into this that I did when I was younger.
It's tough, especially with the amount of variety there are nowadays, and so many great new games. There's another newer game, it's been out for a while, that I just never took the plunge into, was The Witcher 3.
I've never played it either.
Yeah, beautiful game. I've thrown it in and played it a little bit, but it's just like, I don't think I can make that time investment. So we wanted to know from you guys. I think there's a lot of games that maybe fall into this realm. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but I gotta think, with all the entries in that series, are you burnt out on it?
I think too, like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I think you brought that up when we were talking behind the scenes. Like the original Call of Duties were badass, and like we played them a lot. Yep. We like Prestiged, I think, where you start over and you have all this stuff, and then when the new one comes out, you're like, you have to start at 0, and it's like,
yeah, been there, done that.
You've been there, done that. They're sweet games. They're fun, pick up and play games, but like to put the time in to level up to get the guns, it's like, I'm just going to go back and play my old save file so I don't have to do all that.
And I do wonder if sometimes that barrier of entry is scaring people away, like your casual gamers away. Like, you know, that maybe only gonna play a couple hours here and there. Are they gonna really be able to beat a game like Witcher 3 or Fallout 4? Do they have the time to jump in? Or are those games mostly geared to the hardcore audience?
Gamer, which sucks because I feel like nowadays with all the options of streaming and video games, your phones, like people don't put the time into anything anymore. So like those long, awesome story-laden games, I feel like are struggling.
Yeah.
For the casual gamer.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, I love putting time into a game, like when we beat Resident Evil 2. But that's an easier pill to swallow. That's what, 8 to 14 hour game, maybe?
We beat it like in 3 nights.
Yeah, that's kind of more the speed that I'm going for. So I guess overall, holistically, I'm not burnt out on video games. I am burnt out on certain styles of games. The grinding, the toil, the rinse and repeat cycle that has me scared to pick up games like Death Stranding, which I should be excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited but nervous about that game because I feel like it's going to be kind of monotonous.
Yeah, I've heard 72 hours roughly playthrough, and that just type of thing.
Sucks.
So we just really wanted to talk about it, talk through it, and see kind of if you on the other side are feeling the same way.
Like what we feel. And I just want to say, like, I'm not putting a dig on these games. These games are great. They're awesome.
Yeah.
The stories are really good. Like the graphics are incredible. It's just
I kind of put it into a category of you've got one of these games in you in a lifetime. So I think if you've beat a Fallout game, probably move on. Like, why play another one? And that's how I feel anyways. And Batman, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead.
One thing that sucks about these long games is if you step away for a time period,
you're lost.
You basically have to start over, and the thought of that makes you not want to play it either. So it sucks.
I was right at the very end of Breath of the Wild, like just right there, and now I like load it up, and I'm like, where am I?
Yeah, you're confused. You don't know what
Where
to do.
I begin? I can't remember. There's just so many things and so many times that this has happened. So it's just a really interesting thing to talk about. I think the long stretch games, for me anyways, I'm just burnt out on them.
Yeah, and I don't think I'll ever give them a chance again, which is sad to say.
Something that I'm not burnt out on is Russian Imperial Stouts.
Let's
talk about this beer.
Holy crap. So this is Darkness by Surly Brewing Company. Holy crap.
This is a really tough beer to find. Hopefully, there's still some hanging around in your area typically. This is only given to stores on allocation and they only get so much, and it gets in the door and it's gone.
Yeah.
This bomber right here retails north of $20, so this is a beer to be savored and enjoyed.
Pricey beer.
Comes in at 12%. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. A seasonal annual release for these guys is kind of a big deal when they come out with the Darkness. Very, very good.
It's super good. It's super smooth. It's kind of a lighter Russian Imperial Stout, which is weird to say because it's flavorful. It has a lot of flavor, but like it just goes down. It's a nice, easy drinker.
It's just smooth.
It's super smooth. You do not notice the 12%. I'm getting notes of like chocolate and coffee, and I think you said like cherry.
Yep.
This is a phenomenal Russian Imperial
very
Stout.
earthy beer.
Good.
I'm kind of picking up maybe some dry, some dark fruit too, and maybe it's just that cherry, but I want to say there's maybe like a little bit of a vanilla in there too, and some like prune, and then on the finish, I was telling you before we started filming, there's like a tobacco element to this. I'm getting like
it's kind of smoky. Yeah.
It's kind of got that after you've had a cigar and you've sat there, after a puff on it, and it kind of coats the tongue and you're getting the flavor from that cigar. I'm getting that same type of vibe from this beer on the finish.
Once you swallow it, it just lays over your tongue.
Yeah, stout fans, this is a must-try beer if you can ever get your hands on it. It's very good. This is a delicacy. It's few and far between that we get a beer this good on the channel. Very good. And if you're a cigar fan,
oh yeah,
this beer paired with a good cigar would be just divine.
That'd be a great way to end it.
Yeah, I'm thinking a Rocky Patel Edge with this. Mwah. So anyways, in the comment section below, we want to know your thoughts on this topic. Are we losing our minds? Is it just because we're too damn busy with this channel? Or is this a real thing? Video game burnout. What games do you never see yourself playing again, or series? And maybe we're just getting a little weak in our old age. Well, you're not old, but
I feel old.
Yeah, I am. But anyways, we always appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Keep gaming, keep drinking. We'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid. Have you ever like wanted to just like as you're sitting down at your desk or something at work, wanted to feel like you're going really fast? Because when I do this.
Does that make it feel like you're going fast? I need to try
It's
that.
fun. It's fun.
I'm gonna go fast. I'm gonna go fast.
Somebody walks by your desk. What are you doing now? I'm just going fast.
I'm just going fast.
Woo! Woo! Riding the lightning, baby.
Yeah, I can't keep these gators down.
Rita, get those Power Rangers! Hey, guess what, Goldar? You're a piece of shit. He's really like,
Yeah.
well, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, Goldar, we're like, shit tar.
Yeah. Rolling my 5.0 with my right top down so my hair can blow. Yeah.